Good evening and welcome back everybody to episode 41 of Quickfire Crypto, where we keep you informed on a bi-daily basis. If you are interested in keeping up to date on all things crypto, then subscribe to the channel. We put out a new video every 12 hours. So today we're going to be talking about CoinDesk's article, and it's in their tech section, written by Frederick Munawa, and it's titled "Major Canadian Crypto Exchange Coinsquare Says Client Data Breach." So not good news for this one. The exchange claimed the breached personal data wasn't likely seen by the bad actor, and customers' assets are secure in cold storage and are not at risk. Right then, so Coinsquare, one of Canada's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, may have been breached, but the company claims customers' assets are secure in cold storage and are not at risk. So this looks like it's purely a data breach, which is still obviously very bad. So it looks like they've leaked users' addresses, email addresses, postal addresses, banking information, quite possibly, but not actual. But the assets haven't been stolen, so the Bitcoin and the Ethereum and everything else. So the exchange, which touts itself as Canada's trusted platform to securely buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more, emailed customers yesterday to report a data incident in which an unauthorized third party accessed a customer database containing personal information. According to the email, the breach exposed customer names, email addresses, residential addresses, phone numbers, dates of birth, device IDs, public wallet addresses, transaction history, and account balances. So this is a serious breach. This is not. I thought maybe they'd have a couple of bits of information, but it looks like they've got a huge amount of data here that they've stolen. Although the email was sent yesterday, Coinsquare discovered the breach last week and notified customers via Twitter. And they just to go through their Twitter post, it was earlier this morning we detected unusual activity on our platform, and out of an abundance of caution we decided to undergo an unscheduled maintenance period while we addressed this issue. No passwords were exposed, they say. We have no evidence any of this information was viewed by the bad actor, the email stated. Coinsquare suspended activities on its platform after detecting the vulnerability last week, triggering speculation of possible liquidity issues. Given the momentous implosion of multi-billion-dollar crypto exchange FTX earlier this month, full service was restored on Friday, according to a tweet. We want to reiterate that 100% of client funds are safely held in cold storage and are not used for business activities, the company tweeted. CoinDesk reached out to Coinsquare for further comments, and the exchange is yet to respond. And so this is another example, yet another example of avoiding KYC and AML exchanges. And that is to say, AML being anti-money laundering, which is kind of what the US call it, and then the equivalent in the UK and Europe would be KYC, which is Know Your Customer. And it's basically where an exchange wants to know more about you, so if they are to do business with you. And it's not that they want to do this, it's actually that the regulator and the governments that they do business in, the countries that they do business in, force the exchanges usually to do KYC on their customers. But there are other options, and the reason why KYC is so bad is because it doesn't. They will argue that it's for anti-money laundering and reasons like that, against criminality, but this tarnishes everybody. So everybody that wants to make a transaction on an exchange has to be ID'd, and that's just bad, and it's not efficient either. And it tars everybody with the same brush. So if you don't, so apart from your funds being hacked on an exchange being the main risk of using an exchange, a centralized exchange, the other risk is that this data breach, and that they actually have a lot of your data on there as well. If you've bought crypto with a credit card or something like that, and you've had to submit your passport as part of the KYC process, they've now got all your information as well. So that means that now there's another third party that's got your information that could potentially. So it's not always about losing money on exchanges, it's losing data as well, and that's your data. Once somebody has your passport details, you're screwed. You need a new passport now. And even then, they can still use it for certain things, and on the darknet markets. So it's really there's loads of good exchanges if you look online that'll you can exchange Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, all your top cryptocurrencies that do not require any KYC. So TradeOgre is one. TradeOgre is a really good one, and they don't require anything. They don't even require an email address. You just set up actually I think TradeOgre you do require an email address, but there are some that don't, like what's the one called, Changelly and Change Now. They're two other ones that don't. Now I wouldn't put too much money through them, because with every exchange that you do on there is a risk that they could hold your funds. So if you're only doing small amounts, then these are brilliant, because they don't require any KYC. They don't require you to know who you are, where the money's going, or anything. So although they are still centralized, they're just non-KYC exchanges, so they're really good. But for large amounts, I wouldn't use them. Sort of anything, me personally, anything over sort of $1,000, I just would not use one of those sort of instant swap ones. But TradeOgre I would use. That requires an email address if I remember right, but you can create your own email address very easily. It doesn't have to be anything to do with your identity. So they're a great exchange I've found. So just bear that in mind, guys, when you're using centralized exchanges, that it's not just money that can be lost. It can also be your privacy that's lost. You can also lose personal data if that exchange gets hacked. So that's what I've got for you tonight, guys. Remember, everybody, to subscribe to the channel, join our team. We'll keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours.